Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, I will be introducing the Azure AI Foundry. There will be another session wherein I will be going in detail. This is going to be a basic and introduction session. So before we begin with, what is AI Foundry? So think of this way. AI Foundry, it's a platform. It has all the tools for you to build your AI solution. So how do we get started with? Go to the portal, type AI Foundry and choose the very first option that you see, Azure AI Foundry. You will be provided with the screen like this. We discussed some of these services yesterday. Today we will be discussing about some of these services. You have to click on this AI Hub. So when you go to the AI Hub, you can create a project or a hub. Forget about the project for now. We will come back and create. Now let's focus on the hub. So hub, it's a kind of a logical grouping using which you can have number of resources connected, and that can be shared across the project. Right. So how do we do that? So let's go and create this hub by clicking on this hub. You will be provided with the form wherein you will be filling all this information, say what is your resource group, what is the name of the resource that you are trying to create. Remember, the hub will always have a open AI service connected, so you have to create that one. Also it needs to have a storage account because you will be using your data for to train your fine tune your models, so you need to have that. So both of which, the storage account and the key vault, that you will be creating it here. Right. Then once it is created, this is what you will see. So here where you will see your hub, and then when you click on the hub, you will see something like this: launch Azure AI Foundry. When you click on that, presented a screen like this. This is the AI Foundry Studio. So as you see here, you will see all the resources that are presently associated with this particular hub. So I have created a hub, and the AI service got created along with the hub, but this particular project, it's what I created. Forget about that. So by default you will see only the hub and AI Foundry project. We will be creating it in a moment. Then the next one is the quota. So if you see here, right now I have about 200k token per minute allocated, out of which I'm using 100k. We will come back in a minute and deploy the model. I will show you, but this is where you will see all these quotas related information here. And then if you go to the overview section, this is where you will be creating a new project, or you will be looking at the project that has been created already. The next one, users. You can invite the users from your Azure Entra ID and give them the permissions. Users can be user, the Foundry user, or a Foundry developer, or Foundry admin. Permission can be any of these types. And then you have a models. If at all you wanted to deploy a model, this is where you will be deploying a model. We will come back in a minute. Then we have the connected resources. So basically, like I said, hub, it's kind of big Lego box using in which you can connect the services, and the project can make use of these services. So right now, if you see here, I have a OpenAI and AI services. OpenAI, it's for a model, and the AI services, it's to cover your cognitive services vision, speech, and all those. And then you will always have your storage account connected. And then we also have a compute. So there are two ways to deploy these models. Not all the models support both the deployment types. For instance, GPT supports only pay as go. However, there are other models that supports your own infrastructure. Basically, you can have your own VM in which Microsoft will deploy the model. So basically, the entire computing resource, it's meant for you because you will be paying for that. So that can be done as well. I don't have any computing resources, but you can very well create your own resource here. So now time to create a new project. Just go to the overview section, click on this new project to fill up this, click on create. The project will get created. Now what do we do? We need to click on this project. When you click on this project, this is what you will see. So this is where you will see all the information related to the project. So here where you will see connected resources, And if there are any models deployed in that project, all of those will be displayed here. By default, you will, you do not see this model because I just deployed the model into the project. I created a project and deployed the model, but you do not see that. In a moment I will show you how to deploy this model, right? Then if you click on this go to project here, right, in the navigation, if you click on this go to project, you will be you will be presented with this particular screen. This is the again the Foundry Studio, right? So again, like, this needs a separate session by itself, so I'm not going to go into the details, but these are the options that we have here. So now time to deploy a model, right? So you just go to the model catalog and look for the model that you are interested in. Again, like, how do we choose the model? What are all the things that we have to consider before we choosing the model? It's a separate topic, we will come back in a later video. But for now, like, I'm interested in GPT mini. For the purpose of this demo, I will be going with this GPT 4o mini. So when you click on that, so basically, like, if you go here and click on that, you will be presented with a screen like this. You need to click on this search, you use this model, and you can deploy this. So it's she's 2 because, like, I just deployed. So all you need to do is that just click on the deploy button here, or you can also customize this, how many tokens you wanted to have. Content filter, do you need to have a content filter? What kind of a content filter you wanted to have? We will come back and discuss all of these in a later point in time, but for now, like, you just go ahead and deploy with the defaults, which I have done it. So once it is deployed, then you will see the model under the models and endpoints section. So this is where you will see, like, I deployed the mini, and the content filter, it's this, right? Now you can click on this particular model, then you will be presented with a screen like this. This is where, like, you can see the keys and all those configuration information, or if you wanted to have some sort of a code to use this model, you can very well do that by clicking on this open in Visual Studio. You can get the code. It's going to be pretty easy for us to run this particular model, right? So, but anyway, like, now I'm going to click on this open in playground. So when you click on this open in playground, this is what you will see. This is where, like, you can test your model. So I'm just going to say hello, right? Then it is going to respond back to me saying that, hey, how can I assist you today, right? Because, like, I don't have anything yet. I just created a model and I just started using it. So there are many other options here. Again, like, another day we will discuss all these options. So now what I want to do is that I want to make this model little bit useful. So what I'm saying is that, hey, like, you are a SQL query builder. Basically, like, the users will be asking you some information using a natural language, but then, like, you have to convert that natural language into a SQL query and you have to pass it back. So as you see here, like, this is the prompt that I have, like, system prompt I have, and this is the user query that I provided, and this is the response that I'm getting. So basically, like, it understands the user query and it generates the relevant SQL SQL query for me. So how does it does, right? So here, where, like, I'm saying, hey, like, this is my table name and these are all the columns that I have, right? So that's how, like, it knows about this particular table, columns and all those information, based on which, and again, like, based on the user input, it creates the SQL query for us. Now that's about the model. Now let's move ahead. Now let's talk about the agent. So there are 3 things that we need to talk about at a high level here. Now today I will be covering the model and the agent. Tomorrow I will be covering the prompt flow. So agent, all you need to do is that you just need to click on this agent here, create a new agent. It will create a new agent, and you can very well change your name, whatever the configuration that you wanted to do it, you can very well do it here. So as you see here, I created an agent. This is my weather agent. So users will be coming and looking for the weather information. So it needs to understand the user request, and it will make a call to the weather API to pull the weather information and pass it back to the user, right? That's what I want to do. So the what is the difference between the model and this agent? Because like the agent, it's one step above the model. It uses the model underneath, but the like it can make a additional task as well. So you can very well pass the knowledge here. Again, like that can be done for the model as well, right? So as you see here, like you can very well add your data. We will come back and see like how do we use this section in the upcoming videos. But that is not a capability meant only for the agent. That is the capability available to a model as well. But the, like on top of that, so here I have the description, like a description about this particular agent, and the like I don't have the knowledge, but the like you can very well pass this knowledge. So basically like this is nothing but your kind of a knowledge base. It can be text, PDF, anything, right? So you can just pass this information here, and I have created something called action here. So that is the major difference between the model and the agent, right? So it can make a call to the API and get the response, and add something on that, right? So how did we do that? Click on this add button. So there are quite a few options I have. So right now, like I opted to go with the OpenAI specification. So here where like you will be giving some names here and the description. Next you will be creating the connection here. So the way we call the weather API, it's like okay, let me show you like how you can make a call to the weather API. So this is the URL, and like you will be passing the key location information. I want to secure this API key. So how do we do that? Go to the connected resources. Here we can say new connection and look for a custom keys. Add a key, call it the key, call it as a key, and then like in whatever the key that you have, the API key that you have, paste it here some keys. Make it as a secret, provide some connections name. You can control the access, like whether all the projects within this hub can access it or only a specific project can access it. It's up to us. So likewise, like I have created a API connection here so that you can see here, right? So this is the kind of a secret that I created. Right now, as we have the key now, it expects a schema. Basically like it's an open API schema. That's what expected here. So I will show you in a moment the schema. This is the schema that I'm talking about. So it has a function name and the like parameters expected, and in case of a success, and what are all the values that we are expecting, right? So you can just paste it here. Next, and create the tool, so which I have already created. I'm not going to create one more. So now we have this action here. Now if you go to the playground, if you go a little bit up here, there is a train playground. You can just go here. It's pretty similar to the model playground, right, except that it has this action here. Now if you say like what is the weather in Toronto, then it is going to go make a call to the weather API and return the response here. So if you see like how exactly this is done, there is a thread, and message got created, and then like it makes a tool call. It makes a call to the third-party tool, and then like it gets the information like weather information, and the same it's presented here, right? So that's how we use the agent. That's all I have for today. We will discuss about the prompt flow tomorrow. Thank you for watching.